In any competitive game, there are guides on how to climb or get better. Whether it's optimal builds, training routines, or just simple how-tos, guides can be a key factor as to why players improve over time. However, what if I told you that some guides may do more harm than good? Hi guys, this is Eggwick, and today we're talking about why guides can fail you. If you like this vid, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and you can always unsubscribe at any time. Enjoy!
Also, he'll be live on Twitch almost every day at 8 PM GMT plus 8, and we'd love to have you.
As I've said in previous videos, one of the problems of getting better is not knowing what to get better at or how to approach certain issues. But I think something that's more detrimental is following the wrong advice. Now, before anything, I just want to say that anyone who puts out guides for free or tries to teach is great. However, we're all human and we can all make mistakes. I'm pretty sure my guides have some problems here and there, especially when looked at by better players or coaches. That said, with regards to guides, I think the worst offender would probably be blanket statements. There are a lot of guides that tend to churn out blanket statements that aren't always necessarily true, like main one agent only, don't ult on an eco round, or always buy this or that. The problem with these types of statements is that they're lazy ways to fix a problem. You're not supposed to tell a player what to do in each and every situation, but you're supposed to give them the tools to make good decisions. Give a man a fish and he eats for a day. Teach a man how to fish and he has yum-yums forever. But seriously, the issue I have with these types of guides is that you can't give one answer for every situation because that won't always be the correct decision, especially since competitive games are very dynamic. For example, in one of my previous guides, I said that A main on split is a key area and that you should always watch the cross. This is wrong. Yes, A main is an important area, but there are different ways to play it depending on your team, agents, and many other factors. You could use a Killjoy bot or a Cypher trip instead of watching it, or maybe you could opt for a Omen blind into a full push or something like that. The point I should have made was that information on who has crossed over to ramps is important, as it gives you a better idea of who could be in heaven. How you deal with it is up to you. But remember that you're trying to make the best play based on the available options. Another example is item builds in other games. Guides will often say, oh, build this, build that, win game, but it's usually not that simple. In League of Legends, there are two types of damage, physical and magic. Depending on the enemy team, you'll want to optimize your build to have the best chance against the enemy's damage type, while still maximizing your own damage output. Stock guides usually don't take this into account, and if you build the same thing over and over again, you're bound to be at a disadvantage in certain matchups. What I'm trying to say is that you need to take advice with a grain of salt sometimes. Learn to discern. Obviously, this doesn't apply to mechanics, lineups, and other basic stuff, because those aspects have no wiggle room for thought. There's only one proper way to do them. But for more complex aspects, don't forget to ask why things are being done and try to understand the thought process behind them. However, there's still another problem. Even if the perfect guide was created, one that covers all the bases and has all the right info, players would still struggle, as executing what's in that said guide is harder than you might think. You can watch a bunch of educational videos and still be bad because incorporating your newfound knowledge is challenging, especially if you're used to a certain way of playing. There's not much to say about this because that's just how it is. A guide can only do so much. If you watch it, somewhat execute it in your next game, then forget about the things you've learned, it'll be useless in the long run, and that's a whole nother problem. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm sorry that this is kind of a mini rant of sorts, but I just have some pretty strong opinions about how people should learn, and I just wanted to share them. If anything, I might be wrong here, but please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, thank you so much for 78k subscribers. This is Eggwick, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.